don't have children. If you don't have kids, don't. I don't
Kind of man that you pick or that you choose to be the father of your kids is very important. It's going to determine your journey of motherhood. If you pick the wrong person, it's going to determine how you're going to enjoy motherhood or not. The kind of man you pick as your baby daddy is very important. But some of the times, you might not even know the kind of man he is until you start having kids with this person. So women that have had kids with the wrong baby daddy are out here to kind of advise women to be very careful on the kind of man that they choose to have kids with. Let's watch these videos together, then we'll come back and talk about it.
I don't know what it is, but when you have a kid with somebody, that will show you that man's true colors. But I feel like you should already know that man's true colors even before you have the kid. But I don't know what it is. Like every time someone pops out with a kid or something like that, they start to see that man's true colors. Like I don't know why. I was on that one girl's live. She went to Southern University. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But it's saddening because like when you're pregnant, like I feel like that's when you're vulnerable, like literally. That's when a man should really show up for you and your child. But it's like this is why you need to watch who you have kids with because I don't know. There's certain stages in your life in a relationship when you know somebody's true colors, like moving in together, having a child together, getting married. I don't know, introducing your significant other to your parents. Like it's steps into a relationship that you should already know if that man will be a good fit to be a father. Like seriously. But yeah, I really do feel for her because it just sucks. Like a man abandoning their child and knowing that you have a child, that's even worse. Like how can a man carry on with his life knowing that you have a infinite out there? You know?
I could come on here and give some philosophical reasons as to why you need to be careful who you have kids with. There's all kinds of reasons, all kinds of like inspirational things that I could say. But the real reason why you need to watch who you have kids with is because one day there will be a day of reckoning where even your own kids are going to look at who you had kids with and they're going to start side eyeing you. And on some occasions, they're going to ask you, like, what the hell were you thinking? What made you do that? About their own parent. And sometimes it's just like a personality, they want to know, looking at your personality and their personality, like, what even made y'all do that? And I'm sorry, but they deserve an answer. They deserve an answer as to why you did all that foolishness and brought them into the world, and now they got to deal with all that foolishness. So if you don't have kids yet, think about the fact that one day there will be a day of reckoning where you're going to have to explain yourself. All right, love you, bye.
I'm 25 years old with a 1-year-old, and all I can say is seriously be careful who you have kids by. An immature baby daddy can set you back. An immature baby daddy can bring you unnecessary stress. An immature baby daddy can stop you from who you are to become. When I tell you if I could go back, I would have ran. I would have ran. No, I do not regret having my daughter, but I do regret the person that I had her with. When I tell you, I feel like I set myself up for failure. I felt like that, and I felt like that for a long time. Until one day, I decided to say, you know what? The only person that can dig herself out of this hole is myself. All I can say is, if you can avoid pregnancy, do it, especially if you're young. Venture off. Make sure the man really loves you, but also make sure the man has qualities and he's showing you qualities that he can be a good father. Being a single mom ain't for the weak. It's not easy, no matter how much it's glamorized. It is very difficult raising a child, and it's even more difficult when you're young and unstable. It's harder to go to school. It's harder to work. It's harder to do everything because you now have a child that depends on you. When I tell y'all, run from the stars, from these toxic men, and do not let them impregnate you. Run.
Don't have children. If you don't have kids, don't. I had kids by a person that wanted children just as much as I did. Sold me a story, everything. This was both of our first kids now. First time parents. Poured into a person, was there for them when they had nothing. Watched them chase their career, all of that was there. The moment anything had to go for me, anything I want to do, nursing school, oh, no, that takes too long, it was a problem. I put myself on hold. What I needed to do, on hold. On hold now. In a moment a person get on their feet with their kids that they don't see or even spend time with, tell the mother of their kids that they're gonna shit on them, when I wake up day and night being a mother to your kids, I just had a baby. I have a 6-month-old, 5 month going on 6-month-old, still going through postpartum, because that takes years for it to go. The moment you go do better for yourself, you tell me that you're gonna shit on me. Not only are you trying to make me feel it, but you're doing it to your kids. I have nothing to do with this and your emotions. How dare you, of a person, of a father, and of a man, because you're not that. You're not that. When it comes to another person, you're all there. Everything is there. It's all there. And now I'm having to deal with the repercussions of things. I haven't seen my kids because my sister was willing and sweet enough to come and get my kids because my car isn't even acting right. And the moment I come to you and ask you for help, and not even a lot of help, literally small, you block me? Like, what have I possibly done for you to want to see me struggle with your 2 kids? How evil of a person. When you know I have so much going on. And all people want to tell you is, oh, I told you so. I don't want to hear that shit. I know that I should have never took him back. I know that. But sometimes love would do that. And I asked God to remove him this time, and he did. The problem is, he wants me to suffer. Suffering is also going to suffer with his kids. But I rebuke that. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, and I rebuke that in the spirit and the blood of Christ. That whatever is trying to come against me and my kids, it will not prosper. It will not happen. God has had me in a long time, in a long season, when I was pregnant by myself, whole pregnancy, with no help. He had me and my daughter, and he's gonna have me now. So whatever any demon, anybody, any spirit is trying to throw at us, in the name of Jesus, it will not prevail. Get married, learn a person before you have children by them. Because if you don't, and y'all are unequally yoked, that person is going to try to make you feel it. They are. Pain, hurt, anything that they went through, they're going to make you feel that.
Choosing the right father for your kids can be very difficult because these men are good at manipulating. In fact, you're not going to know the kind of father he's going to be until you start having children with him. If he's a good boyfriend, he might not be a good father. If he's a good husband, he might not be a good father, right? So many qualities that you need to check, and no matter how much, even though you check it, that cannot guarantee if he's going to be a good father. So I personally feel like women that decide to have children and decide to have finally picked a man to have kids with, you still need to know that there'll be time whereby you're going to handle this alone, even if it's showing good traits of him being a good father now. You need to still put in your mind that there'll be a time whereby this thing can just backfire and you might be the only one handling it alone. You need to tell you, in fact, you need to look at that bad side of being a mom. I just feel like you thinking that you've picked the right person, because you might marry a good husband and he's good and kind and all of that, and you have one child with him. He was a good father. You try again with the second one. He's a good father as well. He's trying. Then the third one, he starts showing you who he is. Now you already have 3 kids. You're struggling and all of that. If when you had one, you had in mind that anything happens, I can take care of this child myself. I can be the father. I can be the mother. If the second one comes, you still have that same mindset. The third one comes, you have that same mindset. When they switch upon you, you're already ready and you know what you're doing. But if you already have that mind that, oh no, this person is a good person, this person loves me, this person cannot, once they start doing terrible things to you, it pains you and you don't even know where to start from. These men can switch up at any time. At any time. So that's why when you want to have kids, you have to be very careful while you're doing it. Make sure you're doing it for yourself, not doing it because your man wants it. Most women are having kids because their man wants children. You hear women saying, I'm pregnant because I just want to give my husband a child. What if you finally get pregnant and give the man the child and he doesn't want it, or he's not available, or he's not a good father? You're going to take the child responsible. You're going to be responsible for the child because she is your child or he is your child. So thinking or believing man, or I just feel like trusting man is not the right thing. Yes, you're going to just enjoy it while it lasts, because this man can switch up on you at any time. These women that are complaining that they have terrible baby daddies and terrible father to their children, I bet you it did not start from the beginning. From the beginning, they might be a very good person and they were showing interest, providing, and all of that until they switch and now started showing the woman, the kind of person that they are. So you cannot tell what's going to happen, but you can actually have in mind that, okay, this kind of children I can take care of. Let me have this amount of children. Not because I have a man that's going to assist me taking care of this child. No, because even if I have this man or not, I can guarantee myself that I will be there for these children. Anyways, guys, what's your take on this conversation? Let's have conversation down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, your girl Mara Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.